Something on your mind anytime. I'm here to listen. Sistah Talk. When you need someone who understands, I know what you're missing. Sistah Talk. No matter what you're going through, don't worry, I ain't going nowhere. Sistah Talk. If you ever feel alone, say the word, I'll be right there. Sistah Talk. Sister, 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 Sistah Talk. Sister, 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 Sistah Talk. Sister, 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 Sistah Talk, sister. Ooh, Sistah Talk.
Hi, welcome international viewers. Welcome to sunny New York City. I want to welcome our guest today, BOMBA, straight from the Bronx. It's Afro-American Puerto Rican drum and dance ensemble. Before we get into that, I want to give my shout out to Bounce TV. I know you're watching us because we are watching you. So I want you all to stand up straight, kick off your shoes, move your hips, and let BOMBA, right?
Yes.
From the Bronx, take over.
Tres golpes para gozar, tres golpes para bailar. Cuembe, cuembe nada más, cuembe, cuembe nada más. Aquí llegó la rica bomba de fiesta boricua. Aquí llegó Melina González y ella lo va a bailar. Cuembe, cuembe nada más, cuembe, cuembe papá. Tres golpes para gozar, tres golpes para bailar. Hay que gozar, hay que cantar, oye, boricua. ¡Esto! Tres golpes para Melinda, tres golpes, cuembe nada más. Hay que gozar, la rica bomba, oye, boricua. ¡Se pica! Tres golpes, cuembe nada más, tres golpes para gozar. Ae, Jerónima, Cuchita, Coseta, quiere bailar. Tres golpes para bailar, oye, boricua, esto. Ahí le cantaba la Coseta, dale cuembe mamá. Ae, Jerónima, ae, Jerónima. Baila, 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 Coseta, esta bomba para tu gozar. Ae, Jerónima, ae, Jerónima. Cuembe para gozar, cuembe, cuembe nada más. Aquí llegó Lía, ahora, ay tú verás. Tres golpes, cuembe nada más. Tres golpes para gozar, tres golpes, cuembe nada más. Cuembe, cuembe nada más, cuembe, cuembe papá. Se pica bien esta bomba, baila, baila, Lía. Ae, Jerónima, ae, Jerónima. ¡Eso! Ahí, dale, 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 este golpe, cuembe, cuembe nada más. Así se goza la bomba, oye, de fiesta boricua. levántate, mi gente, aquí llegó la rica bomba. Ahí de Nueva York voy a cantar la rica bomba boricua. Ae, Jerónima, dale ese golpe con Benamá. 3 golpes para gozar, 3 golpes para bailar. Ahí está llegando la gente ahora, ahí tú verás. Tres golpes, oye mamá, 3 golpes, oye papá. Aquí llegó la rica bomba, despierta boricua. Ae, Jerónima, ae, Jerónima.
Hey, we're going to introduce the players of Bombayo. We're going to start with you. What's your name?
Coseta Cuchi Ortiz.
I'm sorry, Coach?
Coseta Cuchi Ortiz.
Okay, we said your name upstairs. Well, you told me what your friends call you.
Cuchi.
Okay, so we're going to call you Coochie, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, and your name?
Melinda Gonzalez.
And you're one of the co-founders,
Yes,
correct?
I am, yes.
Okay. Your name?
Leah Lynn.
Leah Lynn? Oh, you're the youngest one in the group, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How about yourself?
Monserrate Ignacio.
What do your friends call you?
Tati.
Tati? Okay. Can I be your friend? What is?
Emerita Foster.
Maria?
Emerita Foster.
And Marita, okay.
And I'm Jose Ortiz, A.K.A. Dr. Drum.
Dr. Drum, the other co-founder, right? Okay, let's quickly.
Elena Negron.
Okay.
Monsita Pagan.
And this one.
Teresa Fortuna.
Very sexy, very. All right. How about yourself, the drummers?
Jorge Sanchez.
Wilson La Antigua.
Very good. Let's give a hand for these people. Yeah, that was very good. Thank you. I want to ask the co-founders, can you step up, Jose, Dr. Drum, please? Tell me about this dance that you all did. What's the name of this dance?
This dance is called BOMBA. It has over 400 years of history in Puerto Rico, but it has very similar cousins elsewhere in the Caribbean.
Okay.
Can be found, similar traditions.
Okay, I understand that, Dr. Drum, that when I was reading the bio regarding Bombayo, you all said you all invoked the spirit of Sankofa. Could you tell us what Sankofa is for those who don't know about that?
Well, that derived from the African culture, and that's looking back and not forgetting about our past, our roots. This is something that we found in our bomba in Puerto Rico, and it's a very and it's so important because A lot of us don't still have that connection, and there's so many undocumented stories about our roots when it comes to our African influences.
A lot of people don't realize that a lot of Puerto Ricans do acknowledge their African ancestry. Do you find that changing as the more and more people are born into this country, particularly Latino people, Puerto Ricans?
I find that, yes, I think also with things like the internet and research that's more available, books, and there's more interest, in that, looking at roots and where we come from.
Why did you form Bombayo?
Why do we form Bombayo? Well, each one of us have our own story, and so Bombayo is the yo, it's the me, the I in our bomba.
Right.
So we all have something different to talk about when it comes to bomba, because this is not something you really learn just by reading a book about it.
Okay.
It's something that you have to do, and that experience comes from when you do see it. You know that there's something that happens. That I think to each one of us, that when we first saw bomba, we didn't know exactly what it was, but we knew that it was a part of us. So there's an old saying that we say, "La bomba te llama," bomba calls you.
Okay.
And so we see that, and we just, and that's part of our experience with Bombayo.
So what I'm getting is that bomba, it just evokes the spirit within yourself.
That's right.
You bring yourself out.
Yeah.
Very powerful.
Do you all get into something like a trance or anything like that?
All the time.
Really?
I mean, if you watch me sometime when I'm drumming, it's amazing. I don't know where I get the strength to keep going, but it just happens.
Okay.
And it's just an environment that when it does start, it just doesn't want to finish.
Okay.
That's where we get.
We see a lot of programs geared towards the youth, but not the seniors. How did you go about getting the seniors to participate?
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, I'll start with, I think everybody has their own story, but about 2 years ago, we were offered the opportunity to work at Casabe Houses, which is located in El Barrio, that's Spanish Harlem or East Harlem. And, we took both of our experiences. When my first job as an 18-year-old was at a nursing home, and I saw what was going on there.
Really? Okay.
And it hurt, and I said, these are our people. These should be treated with respect and love in that stage of their lives. So we brought that integrity and that honor, to how we formulated and formatted the program.
Okay.
And we created what we didn't know at that time was called Los Robles de Casabe, which in English means the oak trees of Casabe, because the oak trees are strongly rooted. They carry a lot of wisdom. When you see oak trees, they provide. They branch out, and their roots go down, but they also go out.
Okay.
So it provides us with that grounding, that strength.
Okay, we have a phone call. Carl, you're watching Sistah Talk TV show, and we're here with the group Bombayo. What do you have to say?
Hi.
Hi.
I'm loving your show.
Oh, thank you. Where are you calling from, and what's your name?
Yeah, I'm Lisa from Manhattan. And I know you from STARMAN. He always gives you a shout out.
Oh.
But this show, listen to me. You gotta have the percussion in the feet. Dance would never have occurred. Okay? You gotta got the beat in your feet.
Oh.
I'm Puerto Rican. I'm loving it. I'm feeling it. This is hot.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
The ancients and all aspects of the youth.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for calling. I want to ask you this. When I talked to you, both of you all on the phone, you all went to Katrina. You went to Louisiana after Katrina, and you mentioned the oak trees. What did you say about the oak trees in Louisiana?
Well, we didn't actually go to Katrina and the hurricane site, but what I learned from a conference, and I'll just cite this as Climbing Poetry, the sisters from Climbing Poetry, said what they learned was that the oak trees were the ones that survived, those trees that survived Katrina, because not only were their roots deep, but they created a network of a network of roots.
Okay. I'm going to interview Coochie. Okay. All right. And Coochie, how did you get involved in the Bombayo?
I started taking classes with Dr. Drum, and I found him to be a very compassionate instructor. Then he asked for volunteers to work with the Robles.
Oh, okay.
And I've been a volunteer ever since for the past 2 years.
Okay. Leah, you're the youngest one. How did you get into Bombayo?
Well, me and my mom do a lot of volunteer work.
Okay.
And we went to do volunteer work at Concrete Plant Park. And these beautiful people were there dancing and singing. And I love to dance and stuff. And I just saw them. I was just blown away. And I got a card and I started going to their classes every day.
And you can dance, I have to say that. Bombayo, they give dance lessons, and you know I had to ask to be a part of the group, so I have to learn the steps and what have you, and invoke my spirit, so you all better watch out. Okay, okay, so let's dance. Okay.
So what we're gonna first start off with, and everybody starts off with this, is a paseo.
Oh, paseo. This is the dress?
Yes.
The name of the dress?
The dress is the skirt. It's a falda. It's in Spanish, it's skirt. There's no name for this.
Okay, that's okay.
So we're gonna put the skirt up here,
okay,
by our hips,
okay,
right, and our waist, and then we start with our right foot.
Okay.
1, 2, 1. Pretty simple. But this is how we begin our dance.
Okay.
We let others know we're usually in a bombazo, in a circle. And as you can see, the dancer emerges.
Right.
And then they take their paseo.
So I see that you all, use the skirt a lot. Is that a meaning? Is there a meaning to that, flinging the skirt?
Well, I mean, traditionally, women wore skirts, and for many years that was, in terms of the colonial times in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
So it developed, but now, modern times, contemporary, we wear pants.
Oh, really?
You can come in and dance in whatever you have.
Okay.
So you don't necessarily need a skirt.
Okay.
So then the dancer emerges out from the circle and greets the drummer.
Okay.
Very traditional African way. You bow.
Oh, wow.
Right?
So, okay.
So in our paseo. And then the movements that we create, the sharp movements that the drummer responds to, they're called piquetes. So anything that I do, Wilson is gonna respond to. But he also interprets how, so it becomes a dialogue.
Oh, okay.
Right?
All right, okay. All
So
right.
I'm here, I set up, I do my bow. Yeah.
So what are you saying to him?
So this is like, I'm saying hi.
Oh, okay.
So I'm getting warmed up,
right.
but I'm moving closer to him,
So
right?
I feel it in my muscles, my arms.
Yeah, you'll get some muscles out of this.
So this is like a good workout too, right?
You could bring your arms out a little bit, like get some grip on the skirt.
Okay, sure, okay.
So let's get closer to Wilson, because we're gonna start our sentences.
Okay.
We're gonna check him out, we're like, hey, what's up? Hi, Wilson. And then, depending on our mood, let's say I'm not feeling too good. Yeah. We can get shorter and stronger.
Whoa.
Right? So here we go.
Uh-oh.
And then quicker. And here I go. And period. That's my sentence. Yeah.
Exclamation point.
Yeah. That's exclamation point, yes. That. So it's really arms here. And anything you do, just like following the path of nature, anything you do to one side, you're gonna do to the other.
So when you say follow your mood, you can come in there angry.
Oh yeah.
And just let it out,
fears.
right? Okay.
You can go happy.
Okay.
So let's do this.
Okay.
Ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go these rounds. We got paseo.
Fuego, fuego, Bucana. Hay fuego la tienda, Bucana.
Fuego, fuego en Bucana.
Hay fuego la tienda, Bucana.
And 1, 2.
Hay fuego, Bucana.
1, 2.
Llámalo bombero,
4. Ready?
Bucana.
5.
Hay fuego en la central. Hay fuego, Bucana. Hay fuego en la central. Hay fuego en la central.
step forward. Da, 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 da.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1.
Da, 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 da.
There you go, let it go, let it go. There you go.
There you go.
It's all yours.
Go rip it.
Ahora. Así es.
Eso. There you go.
We gotta go to the video. Sorry, y'all. Okay, we gotta take a break and let's go to the video. Woo! All right, Jay. Okay, so we have Coochie here, we have Lil, and we have Melinda, and we have Jose, A.K.A. Dr. Drum. And I'm gonna bring him on in a little while, but we're gonna talk about hot topics. Okay, let's talk about the image of Latino women. How do you feel about the image of Latino women? Have they advanced? Have they gone back? Is it like sort of, you know, iffy? Because I look at Rita Moreno, who was really an activist to me, and she stood her ground, certain roles she would not take. Rosie Perez, urban, you know, she did her thing. She you know, was almost won an Oscar. And Jennifer Lopez, you know, I mean, what do you think about that?
I think it's a complex issue, but I think there's always strides and steps. I think what you mentioned before, Rita Moreno was definitely more of an activist and understood clearly what her role was. I think as it wasn't just an actor or an artist, but the role of an artist is really to convey something. You know, in arts, it's about freedom, and she wasn't free for, you know, those roles were not accessible to her. And so she paved the way from a lot of actresses, including Rosie and Jennifer. You know, to talk.
So what do you? I feel you, Coach.
She's ready to go.
Like you want to jump in.
Well, as growing up as a child, I saw very little Black Puerto Ricans.
You are a Black Puerto Rican, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I had issues with that, especially when I would introduce myself as a Puerto Rican. Everyone expected you to look like Rita Moreno. It became a cliche. You had to have wavy black hair, olive-colored skin, big brown eyes, be a hot mama, which to me was a very degrading image. So the only Black image that I knew of was a Black actor from Santurce, Rodriguez, and he was in one of Walt Disney's movies. He sang in the, I think it was, I forget, it was
Zippity Doodah?
Zippity Doodah.
I saw that. I saw that video.
And he was the only Puerto Rican that I ever saw.
I didn't know he was Puerto Rican, really.
Yeah.
He sang that very well, too.
Yes, that's the only Puerto Rican, Black Puerto Rican that I ever saw.
So you really didn't have
females, we don't have too many that I know of. We have, you know, off the screen, we have several Black Puerto Rican actresses, but very few of them have made it to Hollywood.
How about Jennifer? Well, no,
Jennifer Lopez, to me, Jennifer Lopez doesn't really represent an ethnic Puerto Rican. She, all due respects to the sister, she's done well. But her roles are, you can't identify her and see her and say this is a Puerto Rican woman, because the casting they've given her is not that of it's an ethnic.
So Leah, what's your take on it? How do you feel about the question I just asked?
Well, I mean, growing up, as a kid, I watched movies. I do a whole bunch of stuff watching TV. But, I mean, knowing what I know now, every Latina that I saw was either you had to look a certain way, or you had to do a certain thing. You had to wear certain clothes and act a certain way for people to notice you, to recognize you.
Are you an actress? Do you audition and stuff like that?
I actually go to a performing arts school. And I'm actually a drama major. So I consider myself part actress.
Have you started auditioning yet?
No, I have not.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I was going to ask you, when you audition, what roles do they put you in? What do, you know, do they specifically ask for Puerto Rican with a heavy accent and so forth? Okay. Yeah, the next question I want to ask is, Rosie Perez, she almost got an Emmy, an Oscar for one of the films. I forgot the name of it. How did you all feel about that, being that she almost got an Oscar? Did she represent the whole, did you all think that she represented the whole Puerto Rican culture?
I think it's hard for any actor to really convey that, but I remember one independent film that she did, 24-Hour Woman. She really represented how difficult it is to be a woman, and you're expected to do, you know, be the great wife and a mother, and have your job and career, and have all these family obligations at the same time. But you know, she's really on one side personally been an activist, you know, especially in areas of like HIV and AIDS, and really lends her voice and her celebrity to that. So she does, you know, push a lot of issues. Also, she was very active in the struggle for the Puerto Rican political prisoners.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was, yeah.
Dr. Drum, come on over here. I want to ask you all this. Your role models, okay? What really inspired you all to form the group BOMBA? You know, I know on your Facebook you have, I believe, Yolanda Sanchez. Who was she and what was she about? Briefly, we could.
Yolanda Sanchez, she's the founder of Muévete Youth Conference. She also worked with Antonia Pantojas, who was the founder of Aspira, who, you know, because of her, we have bilingual education. So Yolanda Sanchez played a big role. She never liked the spotlight, so she was always behind the scenes and a great leader in the barrio. She passed away. Yeah. And
earlier this year, right?
Yes, yes.
Did you know her personally?
Well, through this experience, yeah, because it was because of her that we have Los Robles de Casabe.
Okay, all right. She went to City College also. She had a master's in sociology.
That's right.
She did a lot of things, and not too many people know about her.
Well, this is what we try to do through BOMBA is give ourselves a voice.
Okay. Who's your role model?
My role model, when I learned about her, I said, how do people not know about this woman, or enough about this woman? Her name is Sylvia de Villard, and she's an Afro-Puerto Rican woman at that time, and she really explored and was one of these trailblazers of Afro-Puerto Rican culture, and particularly in the arts. She was an advocate. She was fierce and ferocious about Puerto Ricans understanding and respecting themselves, and their African heritage.
Oh, really? That was your role model, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We have to take a phone call. Okay. Jane, we have a phone call? Yep. Okay, caller, you watch the Sistah Talk TV show. Say hello to Dr. Drum.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, who's this?
This is Sean.
Hey, Sean, how are you? This is a Sistah Talk sister friend, I could say, that she comes on the show sometimes when we just have sisters chatting, which I want you to be part of next time. And we just chat and talk about anything. What you have to say, Sean?
Well, hey, girl, first of all, fabulous show. I would have to ditto what the sister in the call earlier said. You guys have a fantastic show. It's very interesting, and I'm just thrilled watching it, and I'm learning a lot from your esteemed guests. I just wanted to go back when you guys were talking about Jennifer Lopez and Rosie Perez.
Okay.
And as the women guests, or all of the guests, if you will, if they feel that perhaps also there might be a sense or a lack of unity within the sisterhood of the Puerto Rican women in Hollywood, because if I understand correctly, it seems that J-Lo got a lot of her start from Rosie Perez.
Yeah.
And yet still there's no homage paid to her. And we all know that she got her start largely in Living Color, and Rosie Perez employed her there. And yet she preceded her as an actress, and I never hear her talk about Rosie Perez or say anything, giving her thanks for getting her into the business.
Okay, that's a great point. Thank you, Sean. We have to go to video right after this. Sorry, Sean. All right, talk to you. So what do you think about that briefly before we go to video?
She hit it on the point. Yeah.
She hit it?
Yes.
You believe that too?
It's not only there.
It's
in our
everywhere.
Community. Yes.
Okay, we're going to go to video. We have so much to talk about, so little time. That's the downfall of Sistah Talk. And Coochie, I hear you, baby. I feel you. She just wants to jump in so bad. Okay, let's go to video.
Desde el cielo va a caer, desde el cielo va a caer, oh, no, 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 desde el cielo va a caer, desde el cielo viene fuego, aparato para llover, desde el cielo va a caer, y si come y te come, como quiera va a coger, desde el cielo viene bomba, aparato para llover.
Nunca había oído yo de bomba. Nunca.
I never heard of bomba.
Really?
No, never. Never.
The Donde?
Sí.
Where you from?
Pero un domingo yo venía de mi iglesia y cuando oí estaban tocando, tocando donde yo vivo, en el center.
And they were playing in the center.
Parece interesante y me quedé mirando.
And it looked interesting, so I stayed around to watch.
Y después que terminó todo,
and after it was all over,
fui donde el maestro y le pregunté qué clase de baile. Él me dijo, entonces
and
yo
I
le
went
dije,
to
pues,
the teacher to ask, what's all this, and you know.
Entonces él me dijo, si tú quieres reunirte con nosotros, tú puedes entrar al grupo.
And he said, oh, you can join our group.
Y desde entonces me siento feliz, contenta. Salgo de la iglesia corriendo a ensayar
very
con
happy, and I ran out of the church.
Porque yo vengo corriendo porque ya lo tengo en mi corazón.
It was already in my
I
heart.
love it.
Oh,
sí.
Oh.
Cuando conocí a Yolanda Sánchez, yo estaba caminando por la Tercera Avenida y ella me preguntaba si yo quería entrar al grupo de la bomba.
And she asked if
yo le digo, déjame pensarlo.
Join the group. She said, I'll think about it.
Otro día le encontré, volvió a preguntarme lo mismo.
She asked her the same question.
Y yo le dije, regístreme que voy a entrar.
And I said, sign up. I'm going to join. Sign me up. I'm going to join.
Y me siento feliz porque no tengo dolores en ninguna parte del cuerpo.
And I'm happy because I have no pain in my body, not in any part of my body.
Le doy muchas gracias a Dios por mi salud, al señor Ortiz, que es nuestro maestro, que tiene mucha paciencia conmigo.
And Señor Ortiz, our teacher, who has a lot of patience with me.
My name is Elena Negron. I live at Casabe. And my grandfather was a dancer bomba.
Oh, really? Wow.
So it's in my blood.
Oh, okay.
So when Jose came to the center, and he said that he was going to give bomba in plena, I said, well, I think my grandfather used to dance that, but I didn't know my grandfather.
And did you dance it growing up?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. But I always liked the drums ever since I was small. And I started practicing with Jose the bomba, my group. And I had a lot of arthritis on my body, which I still have, but dancing the bomba, I don't know, it disappeared.
Wow, wow, wow.
And when I hear the drums, any place I hear the drums, in the subway, any place, I'm dancing.
Okay.
So I love the bomba, and I love my group, and my teacher, Jose Ortiz, and they're like my family.
Tres golpe, cuembe, mama. Ae, Jerónima, dale tres golpe, cuembe, nada Ae, Jerónima, dale tres golpe, cuembe, nada
Con el señor José, en una ocasión, creo que me sentía un poco triste.
She was a little sad. I was a little sad.
Sí, pero aún con eso, pues me paré en la puerta. Entonces el caballero me dijo una frase.
And I stopped by.
Entonces, pues yo le hice mucho caso. Ya hace un promedio de año y medio y me siento feliz.
It's now
Con Bomba Yo porque
she's been about a year and a half with Bomba Yo. She's
a year and a half. Wow.
Año y medio, ¿no?
Sí.
See?
That's
and she's very happy. I'm very happy. It makes me feel very happy.
So you were sad at first. You were depressed. Why? Why?
¿Que usted estaba triste antes?
Un poco, sí, un poquito. Sí,
a little
sí.
bit, she said. Just a little bit.
Sí.
She was sad with herself.
Oh,
y gracias a Dios.
And thanks to God.
A José.
And José.
La Bomba.
And
y
La Bomba,
su grupo. Me siento muy feliz hoy.
Today I'm very happy.
Como
thank you.
Una liberación.
It's like a liberation, a freedom.
Okay. Gracias.
About 6 months ago, I do volunteer work for Mercy Center, and Bomba Yo came to give a performance. This was the first time in my life that I've seen Bomba, especially live, and I was truly, truly inspired by what I saw, and Monsita was one of them, and Helen was another. And as I see these ladies dance, what came to my mind was, wow, that is so fantastic. I think I could do that. And immediately I spoke to Dr. Drum, and he told me where the school was and invited me. And I have been there ever since.
Oh.
This is a joy to me. It's an experience. And I feel that I am amongst family. And therefore, I'm going to continue. I'm not going to give up until I can really dance.
One of the things that allowed me that helped me see this clear is when I started learning about my own history. And when I started learning about my own history, I started learning about why I went to so much growing up.
Oh, okay.
And it's very painful because what we have here is a whole group of people that for the first time in their lives they're doing bomba. And how could that be when bomba was actually one of the oldest musical genre on the island, Puerto Rico? How is it that we do not know bomba? And so when we started learning about our history, we realized that in the 1800s, they were regulating bomba.
Wow, that's interesting. Yeah.
So I come from the have-nots. That's where I come from, and Puerto Rico's divided by the haves and the have-nots. And you know, it was the haves that made popular whatever music we think is ours.
Right.
But the music that came from the blacks was never promoted. It was never put forward.
Right.
You know, they put the cuatro as the national instrument.
Okay.
What about our barrel drum?
Right.
And if I would put 30 Puerto Ricans there, most of them will say that's a conga drum. They will not identify it for what it really is. It is a barril, it is the bomba.
I think our message is one ultimately of love, of loving ourselves, loving our culture, having pride in that culture. When you think of a tree and you disconnect the roots and the branches, that's what's going on in this time, you know. And what we're trying to do is repair that. We're putting the leaves together, our young people, we're putting the roots together, and it's all intergenerational. And anytime that there's an issue, we need to go back and realize that, you know, when people shoot up movie theaters, we have to really, there's a deeper dialogue that needs to go on about when we are disconnected and what happens when we're disconnected. And that's what causes our societal issues. And that's how we, through Bomba, that's how we repair and move forward healthy.